Hello and welcome to the Skaredcast Battle Report. Today, the forces of the Death Guard will face off against the Drukhari in a competitive Thunderdome game.
The Dark King.
Hello and welcome to the Battle Report. This is the Thunderdome, or mission setup number 1, table setup, as you can see. We are using the Wayland-Yutani official World Championship terrain, and we've kind of readjusted it a little bit to fit to a Warhammer Games Workshop table. It actually works really, really well, which is really cool, as long as you get some of these cool things with it as well. We're playing the ritual. Let's go into the armies, take a look at the missions. Competitive games are really fun, and let's take a look at what we will be beating each other up with. And here we have 2,000 points of Drukhari. Now, this is my revamped Talos list, where I've taken out the jet bikes and the racks and put in a whole second beast pack unit. Heck yeah. Why? Because beast packs be good. So the list itself is pretty standard. We've got Uri and Rakarth. We have 2 beast pack masters. We have 15 mandrakes, 15 scourge with dark lances, 30 Kabalite warriors, 6 Talos, 3 venoms, and a Kronos. And there you have it, 2,000 points on the nose. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's take a look at what the Death Guard have brought.
All right, so this is my Death Company, Plague Company.
Death Company, Plague Company.
As a detachment, it has 3x10 Plague Marines, all with various special weapons, all the special weapons. It's going to have 2x5 squads of Plague Marines, also with as many special weapons as they can have. My Warlord is Typhus, leading a bunch of Poxwalkers. And my other characters are 2 Biologist Putrefiers for the grenades, 1 Foul Blight Spawn for the fights last, a Tallyman for +1 to hit, and sometimes he gives you a CP. They'll all be riding around in 2 Rhinos, and the best transports Death Guard have are 2 Land Raiders. I also have 2 Predator Destructors, because I think damage 3 is really good. They're also rocking 2 las cannons. And then for points and little actions, I've got 2 squads of 3 Nurglings.
Today's mission is the ritual with Chilling Rain and Hammer and Anvil deployment, which means there's going to be 1 objective in the middle of the board, and we have to create the other ones to score primary. Very interesting mission. The score is brought to you by miniwargamingforge.com. Of course, you can actually order one of these with some Skari dice. Check the link in the description. We are deployed and ready for battle. Zach decided to make me the defender so he could keep his red cards. How dare he? Of course, I out-deployed the very few drops army and put all my Talos in a little blob right here, away from some shooting, so he can't target them. So I've got 2 beast packs, 1 on each side. The aim here is to scout this one up there. That one's going to either move up and then move block this entire flank, or move back and not get shot if I go second. Over here we have Scourge, Venoms, Mandrakes at the back, touching that objective to sticky it, and just that sort of thing. You've decided to put 2 5-mans in there, 10 men in there, 10 men and 10 men, right, with different characters. The Predators are just zoning out the backfield. Typhus in the middle, ready to kind of create objectives and just be annoying with the crazy OC, and then the Nurglings, just in case you get an action that requires you to go to the middle, and that sort of thing as well. Well, there you have it. It is set up for battle. Let's roll for first turn as we dive into the game. Now, Zach's playing tactical. I am as well. Why? Because that is the most fun way to play. And I rolled 5. Oh! Dark Eldar turn 1. Let's go. My cards on turn 1. Capture enemy outpost and engage on all fronts. Well, well, well. Capture enemy outpost on turn 1. We meet again. How many OC do you have on there? You got a Rhino and a Poxwalker. How much OC is that? 3. You got a job. Let's go. 8 points. We can try it. We'll have a fun time. That'll be a good time. Okay, so then I get a 1 pain token because I do have my Art of Pain still on the table. And other than that, well, let's see what happens. My idea is just going to be move up, move block you, set up another objective, set up for when you decide to get aggressive. Maybe take some pot shots with some Scourge at long range and some of the Venoms, and then we'll see if we can do some damage, and then we'll see if we can steal that objective. I think that'd be fun. Okay. End of my moving phase. So beast pack up to move block a bunch of stuff and just give me some breathing room. In the meantime, I'm going to try and take some pot shots. I'm hiding all the Talos, but they're ready to jump into the middle of the Thunderdome, ready for a fight, which is great. I've got 8 Dark Lances pointed at that Rhino. And then on this side, this is a fun little Dark Eldar trick. I got all my Cabalites out of the Venoms. They're going to be able to shoot. At the end of the fight phase, they can hop back into the Venoms. And the Scourge can shoot and then go back behind. So I'm doing lots of firing and fading. And I'm pointing everything at this Predator as well. I don't know if I will be able to get capture enemy outpost, but if I don't, it'll just be a command point for later in the game. So we're going to do some shooting. End of the shooting phase. Scourge time. Actually, the Scourge were great. 1 unit of Scourge blew up the Rhino, but then that was too good because then the other unit didn't have anything to shoot at. So they're stuck out in the open doing nothing. The other squad and the 2 squads did shoot the Predator, who blew smoke. So I was hitting on 5s. However, the 2 little guys missed, and then the Scourge hit all 4 times. And only 1 got through, though, because I rolled terrible to wound. And did 8 damage. It was like a roller coaster ride. Super hits, no wounds, super damage. It was great. So now we're going to go into the charge phase. There's a mix of, you've got like 1 unit here and 1 unit front. So these are going to charge the unit at the back. Because like that, it's hard for me to pile into the guys at the front. Hopefully I can get 3 or 4 guys onto that objective for capture enemy outpost. And then over here, that unit is actually going to charge the Predator. It's got 2 wounds left. If I can pop it, that would be very, very useful. I do get free reroll charges with the Beast Pack as well. End of the combat. They failed a 7-inch charge. Boo! With a reroll. So the Predator is at large. However, over here, I did have to engage both of these squads for combat. I killed 1, put a wound on another, and they killed almost the entire squad with their millions of Power Fist equivalent attacks. So 2 damage each. However, birds being 3 wounds each made that I soaked up a lot of damage just in birds. However, I'm able to stop them from moving anywhere. So this whole flank has been like pushed back like all the way to here now, which is great. And then that flank has to push through the entire beast pack just to get through. Excellent. Okay, so with that, I will get my engage, which will be a 5 points. And I am going to go ahead and get rid of capture enemy outpost and just get myself a command point. So at the scoreboard here, I'll go up to 5 points on secondaries. And I will gain a command point. Because as much as I could get that, I hate having cards in my hand. Just cycle through the cards, folks. Don't let yourself get trapped by having cards in your hand, because then it just gets bad. You get a command point, I get a command point, and we move on to your turn, number 1.
All right, so I drew Secure No Man's Land and No Prisoners. All right, so I'm thinking Secure No Man's Land. If I had to roll a really big advance here, which I probably won't do, so I'm going to have to get them out of the way, get the Rhino up in the middle.
Just move over them.
No.
Yeah.
No, they
it's
can't.
10th edition. You can just move over your own models.
Not with vehicles.
Vehicles can't move over other vehicles or monsters.
They can move over infantry?
Yes, they can.
Things you know. All right. All right.
That's old editions getting in the way of our gameplay here.
So no prisoners. I'm going to try to eat through this 20 wound brick of the best unit I've ever seen. The beast. the beast.
Good thing you can buy them from Games Workshop, right? No, you can't buy them from Games Workshop because they're out of production.
Out of production.
Yeah.
Got a second one here, and because Skari kindly left me his Scourge in the open, I'm going to probably take a few pot shots at them with the Predator.
How dare you? Okay. Yeah, killing Scourge is a good idea.
All right, so starting with a big 6 advance for the Rhino, right into the middle. I was trying to actually create an objective with these Nurglings here.
Yep.
The tank shuffled over just to put some pot shots into the Scourge, because they should die.
There or wherever you can measure that out in a second.
Measure it out in a second. Land Raider moved up, dumped out a shooty squad of Plague Marines. I have to try to deal with this invincible beast pack here. I'm hopefully going to kill it with my whole army.
I love your attitude towards the beast pack. Best unit ever for 100 points.
Second best unit in the game. Typhus Poxwalkers is the
number
best
1.
Unit.
It is. It is the most annoying unit. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. So okay, and then over here, make objective. We got an ongoing fight.
Just peeking out, trying to put some damage on these. Okay. On these hapless Scourge.
Awesome.
Okay, so my Land Raiders overperformed and totally wiped out this beast.
The best unit.
The second best unit in the game.
The second best unit. In combat, you killed them?
In combat, the Plague Marines killed the beast pack, but they did take some casualties in return.
I did. Yeah, the Claude Fiend actually got a couple of dev wounds, killed a couple of them. Good job.
Yeah. And so...
And now you're going to... Now, technically, this happens at the end of the game, so you don't get to hold the objective, technically. So sustained, I mean, you get one objective for secure no man's land, and then you kill 2 units of no prisoners. So 6 points.
6 points, not bad.
Okay, let's go to the scoreboard. Well, 6 points. That means you're up on me by 1 point. How dare you?
You got a 3 for yours. It should be a 5.
Oh, hooray! Okay, so that goes away there. So I do hold 1 objective in no man's land, so I go up to 5 at the start of my turn. It is turn 2 now, so you gain a command point, and I gain a command point. Oh, look at that. It's fancy. And my cards are, my mandrakes, by the way, going into reserve. Okay, so investigate signals and secure no man's land. Okay, the same one as you. And get into the corners to press buttons. Let's go. Well, I don't know if I can get into this corner. I don't know if I can get into that corner, but I can definitely get into these 2 corners. That's not an issue at all. I do owe you 1 battle shock test on them. They are fine. They are very angry. Fine. Other than that, you've got a couple OC on there. So there are 2 options. Option number 1, play cagey, score my points, and do nothing else. Option 2, run to the middle of the board and see who's the toughest. So we'll see. You have a 6-inch bubble now for your auras?
6-inch bubble.
Okay, so if I want to stay outside of... Okay, so we'll see what happens. I'm very tempted to just rush you. However, I know that's a mistake. So I'm probably just going to... I'm going to get into position to charge a bunch of Plague Marines if they decide to get out too close. And just shoot a bunch, I think. And then I'm going to take an opportunity to start killing those dudes back there with a bunch of poison weaponry. Okay, so... And then hopefully kill this thing. And then maybe kill them. I don't know. We'll see.
Also, I did not mention, but my contagion is -1 weapon skill ballistic skill.
Which is the best one, in my opinion. Then it double stacks with Typhus, making them nigh impossible.
It triple stacks with the Nurglings.
Hey, no, it's so bad. Okay, so let's go into the movement phase. Movement phase. So the Talos kind of just shuffle around. Venom get out, and move up, and then dump these guys on the objective. Urien just get right aggro. You know, might as well. And then I've got Venoms and Dark Lances going to try and pick at that. I've got my Mandrakes doing investigate signals, and I got this unit of Mandrakes trying to pick on this unit just to kill like the Flamer and some of their guns, and just be annoying. And also as bait to be like, come out into the open where I can see you. Dark Lances. Now I gave this one options this time, so just in case they get really zealous at killing the Predator, they can like actually shoot and scoot. I'm making another objective over here with my little unit of Cavalites, which is the bravest Cavalite squad in all of the land. They win me the games. This is just a distraction. And that's it. Yeah, let's see if we can kill a Rhino, potentially charge into the guys that come out of the Rhino if they get up too close, and do some shooting as well. I only have a single pain token, however, which will be going on this unit of Scourge. However, I am within range of the Kronos, and the Kronos says, you get another one! Yeah! Good job. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give it to this unit of Talos, and the Kronos says, you get another one! Yeah! That's how it works, by the way. There's a confusion, but that's how it works. I'm going to put it on this unit of Talos, and the Kronos says, I get another one! Yeah!
There you go. 10 from 1.
I'm going to put it on the last unit of Talos. And the Kronos says, you are done. You're done. That's funny. Okay, so now let's go into the shooting phase. I was able to almost wipe out that entire squad with poison attacks. Yep. Those splinter cannons did work on that unit.
Yep.
They killed a lot. I did put 7 wounds on the Land Raider, so he is wounded. However, the Venoms are now exposed. They're probably going to get counter battery fired next turn. That's okay. In here, I did kill the Rhino, popped the guys out, shot a lot, killed a few. I've charged in now. And once again, 1 pain token turned into 3 because pain. Kronos is awesome. I did fail to kill the Predator, though, which makes me sad. However, that's another battle shock, so maybe more pain tokens.
No more pain tokens, please.
Other than that, it's going to go in. Urien is going to fight first, and then we got the Talos. I'm going to try and whittle down with Urien and a unit of Talos to try to get another permanently pain token Talos unit, because I already have one that's totally juiced up. And this really helps the pain tokens get better. However, this is where it's going to get interesting, because that's when Typhus gets involved, and then it's going to be a mess, and I love it. And the 5 Plague Marines were killed to a man, even though Urian didn't kill a single one. The Talos were able to kill him, and I got a perma-juiced Talos unit. Perma-pain! I love that perma-pain. With that, let's go to the scoreboard. Not a bad turn for me, just kind of pushing into the middle. However, this is where it's going to start getting interesting, because you still have 10 Plague Marines there. They're completely fine. You have Typhus and the Poxwalkers. You still have the Nurglings to do actions and do stuff like that. And you still have these units over here and both Predators. So you still have quite a lot left in the tank with only going into turn number 2. And it feels like we've been playing for many turns. I will successfully secure No Man's Land for 5 points. And I investigated 2 corners for a grand total of 4 points. So that would bring me up to 14 secondary points as we move into your turn number 2. I do have 1 command point, so I will go to 1. To 2, and you will go to 1, and you will get 5 points on primary as you also hold 1 of the ritual objectives.
All right, so I flipped Defend Stronghold, which I can probably do, and Attempting Target, which I most certainly will not be getting. So this will most likely turn into a CP at the end of my turn.
If your Tally Master does not give you 1.
If he does not give me 1, yes.
Correct. Okay. And we rolled in the Tally Man, gave him a CP. What's really funny is the new orders at the end of the command phase. So you can see if you get the command point from the Tallyman. So now you're going to be using a command point to get rid of Tempting Target.
Dump Tempting Target.
And get something else because you don't want to be stuck with it.
What is it?
Storm Hostile Objective. Take the middle. That makes sense.
The plan is to storm the hostile objective.
That is very hostile.
I have Typhus and his friends. They're definitely going in. I have a 10-man squad in this Land Raider. They're going in. So I think that is essentially the very simple game plan of the Death Guard.
Just run into the middle.
Run into the middle. I'm going to try to pick up some units on the side. These guys, if I can draw line of sight on the Scourge, I'm going to maybe try to kill them because those guys are annoying. And I'm definitely going to try to kill these Venoms because they're the 3rd best unit in the game.
The little squads of Venoms. The little gunboats that are way more firepower than they should be.
So good. So good.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll come back up to the movement phase.
All right, so I've aggressively placed Typhus and his squad of Flaming Poxwalkers. They got Overwatch.
I did. I killed a few. I killed 5 in Overwatch.
I rolled...
You rolled very well for your Feel No Pains.
Very well.
Very well. That was a lot of Feel No Pains. Yeah. However, it's the fastest way to kill Poxwalkers is actually overwatching them because I'm going to be hitting on 6s in combat anyway.
They're not easy to kill in combat.
No.
I jumped out my unit of Plague Marines here. A bunch can shoot the Talos in the middle, which is what is going to happen. Swung the Land Raider back over, so I'm also sitting on the objective, even though it's sticky.
To defend it?
To defend it. I need to defend it.
You create another objective?
Created a new objective, shuffled my Predators out. They're both definitely going to die next turn.
That one was Battle Shock, though.
This was Battle Shock.
I got a pain token for that.
A pain token. Another goddamn pain token.
He's got within 24 here to just light up this unit of Scourge.
Gonna try to kill the Scourge. Gonna try to maybe kill some Mandrakes.
I like it. And then, yeah, you got some Flamers here. So, take a good look at the table. This is the Gambit.
All right, so the Talos in the middle.
You've got him.
Got him. Used my free grenade strat for my grenade, my Biologist Putrefire. Did work. Typhus did 6 mortal wounds to him. He saved a bunch, but he went off.
Yeah, he died, and then the Land Raider finished off the last guy, basically. And then you did a lot of shooting with the Biologist actually making them critical hits on 5s. It's really good. So they're just really good at killing tough stuff without having to worry too much about it. However, I'm okay that I only lost 2 Talos there. I do have 2 Mandrakes left to life here. This Scourge unit made every save known to humanity against this Predator and only lost 1 guy. However, I did lose 2 Venoms over there. That's the thing that stings the most. I love my Venoms. They're so good. Okay, so with that, let's go into the charge phase. And fight phase! Let's go, Nurgle. Bat Rep Turning Point! Typhus tried to charge both Urian and the Talos, and with a reroll, rolled 3 inches both times, failing that charge. So Typhus is staying right where he is, much to the chagrin.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, cool. That's I got off lightly there. Urian's waiting. He's waiting. He wants to go poke you in all the naughty places.
All right.
In combat, you have not done much to me.
Nope.
I did put a pain token on there and used my last command point to -1 to wound, which didn't actually help because you just criticaled me. However, I rolled an inordinate amount of saves. I have like 8 power fist saves. I did 6 5-ups.
Yep.
Oh, that was good. Okay, now the Talos get to punch you back. Oh, yeah, baby. That's 10 attacks. Hitting on 4s normally, but I'm -1 weapon skill. So needing 5s to hit, but I am pain token. So 5s. Oh, thank goodness for rolling again. Yeah. I love conversion. And then strength 8. So 3s. Only 3 at AP 2, please. And that's 5s. Oh, buddy! Yeah, I love it. This has been that kind of game. Just back and forth. Pain token goes away, which, by the way, I got refunded by the Kronos. So it's like a free pain token. However, you will successfully storm hostile objective with that. So let's go to the scoreboard. The scoreboard. Storm hostile for 5. Defend stronghold, which you have begun.
Yeah.
You're going to keep it?
I'm going to keep it.
Okay, that brings you up to 11 points on secondaries. As we move into battle round, can you imagine? Battle round number 3. Oh, it feels like the longest game already because so much stuff has happened. Okay, and I now get 10 points on primary here, as I have 2 objectives in No Man's Land. Yep. And my cards shall be Defend My Own Stronghold and, Cleanse. Excellent.
Not bad.
That Cavalite squad is going to be paying for itself again. And my Mandrakes, of course, will be going into reserve as well. So what's my plan? I have to cleanse. So this unit of Cavalites is just going to string out and cleanse both of these objectives. And then I'm more than likely going to see about putting another objective probably around that way, maybe. Well, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I have 2 objectives right now. I don't really need to. You're not going to hold this one next turn, so you'll get 5 primary points because you had to commit. My goal right now is to try and kill those Poxwalkers, I think. Just so that it's Typhus running around, and then potentially do some stuff. So we'll see how it goes. My Talos got healed by Urien, which is why he's there. Just turns the Talos from 2 wounds to 5 now. It just makes it even more annoying to deal with, which is great. I have to try and kill the Predators. They're like the primary, and I need to move block that guy there just to defend my stronghold. Okay, so with that, let's dive into my turn. End of my movement phase. I'm going to sacrifice the Scourge. They're going to shoot. I'm more than likely going to just move up and create another wall so that Land Raider can just stay exactly where it is. This unit of Cavalites stayed still. Orange did. Purple moved up. They can see some of the Poxwalkers. Most of my stuff has moved up. I'm essentially going to try and shoot Poxwalkers with everything I can. They're going to cleanse because you can cleanse with 2 units. 1 unit on 2 objectives, so I can do that. Mandrake's deep struck here, and I'm going to set up an objective right here as well. This unit of Cavalites came in 9 inches away, and then this Venom that dropped off that unit is going to hop them back into the Venom for later. And then all the Scourge moved up to try and kill that, potentially do some damage to the Land Raider. These guys came up over here to give you something to think about that's in your deployment zone. And Urien moved up because he's not shying away from a fight.
Nope.
And that's it. Other than that, I want to make sure you don't hold the middle objective to just pull your secondaries down. My goal is to kill the Poxwalkers, both Predators this turn, and then everything else that I do is sort of like gravy. Okay, so with that, let's do some shooting. I did kill that Predator, and then I did 12 damage to this Land Raider with Haywire Blasters. That was actually the best. Everything on this side, though, was a little underwhelming. Did a couple of damage to that Land Raider with a grenade strat. And then that Predator passed every cover save he was required to make against my Dark Lances. However, the Scourge have now created a nice little bubble where the Poxwalker, Plague Marines can stay on that side of them, which gives my units back here and some more Mandrakes more breathing room for turns 4 and 5, which is important. It also helps me keep my objective alive. Because Nurglings can come down, but they're OC0. So they're not going to steal away my objectives. I'm going to get my cleanse there. But I am charging into here. I did kill the Poxwalkers, which was big because I didn't want the Poxwalkers to be alive. And then Urien Rakarth has charged Typhus. Let's see how that goes. That's more of an experiment. And then you do fights first on this unit, but now I've got 2 units of Talos and a Kronos in there as well. End of the fight phase. You only killed 1 Talos. I got murderous with those Feel No Pains, which was great against like a million Paths. You even spent a CP to make them sustained 1, which then sustains them on 5s with the Biologist. Yeah. And I was able to kill 2 of them. So, because you're passing some saves, it's just going to be grindy here in the middle right now. However, let's see how we go on to next turn. Let's go to the scoreboard. I didn't do any wounds to Typhus. Typhus did 2 damage to me in return. And with that, we're going to be going on to Nurgle turn number 3. You successfully defend your stronghold, bringing your total up to 14 secondary points. I will successfully start defending my stronghold, and I will get 5 points for cleanse, bringing me up to 19 points as well. As we move into the turn, you get a command point, and your tallyman is not on the table. I get a command point, and you will get another 5 on primary. As Nurglings don't hold, that was definitely just those guys should have been there. Okay, let's see what other cards you get.
Deploy.
Get into my zone to do it. That's what Nurglings are for.
And assassinate.
Kill Urien.
All
There
right.
you go. That's not bad. Good cards.
Okay, so thankfully I still have a squad of Nurglings. This is what they're for. I will put them somewhere here to
Deploy
deploy.
Teleporters, that makes sense there. Urien only has 2 wounds left.
Urien, I'm going to kill him. He might get back up, but I'll still get the points if I kill him.
You will. Correct. You owe me a couple of battle shocks. 1, 2, 3 battle shocks as
3.
well.
Yeah.
4, 5.
5 battle shots.
Yeah, good job. Battle shocks for everyone. We'll come back after the movement phase.
All right, so I left this Land Raider still. I'm worried about Overwatch. Always worried about Overwatch. Popped out some guys. Going to try to put some pressure on the middle because that's where
the
everything
fight is
That's where
happening.
the fight is. I healed my Land Raider 3 wounds.
What's the name of the stratagem? It's
it's
putrid regeneration or
yeah,
something.
I want to call it.
But because you are
disgusting.
on an objective that is yours, that's stickied, essentially, that has plague on it, you get a 3. So he's still bracketed. I'm not bracketed. He's still under 50. However, he's got 7 wounds now.
He's got 7 wounds.
3 Haywires have to go through instead of just 1 or 2.
And all the Haywires are going to be hitting on 6s if they're still in combat next turn.
Yes. This is -1 to hit only in combat.
Only in close combat.
Yes. So they'd still be hitting on.
You're -1.
Yes, plus the 5. They need 6s like they did last time.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
exactly. There you go.
Because of the -1 ballistic skill, it makes them ballistic skill 4.
Yeah.
And then -1 to hit makes them 6s. Once you get stuck in and get close to Nurgle, your efficiency just drops.
It's annoying. It's annoying.
It is. But you know what? They kind of need it because if not, they just die, right? So it's a good mechanic to kind of keep them around. You are going to get on that objective. You hiding them, and then these Nurglings over there.
Yep.
Okay, let's see how it looks after shooting. I think I'm going to lose some Scourge. Probably going to lose some Cavalites. We'll see what happens with the Talents and that Venom. I feel like I'm in a commanding presence on the table in terms of the mission. However, you do have end game, so that anything can happen, right? And that Predator, it survives another turn. I'll be so upset. Awesome. Very decent shooting phase from the Death Guard. You kill the Talos, you killed all the Scourge, and both units of Cavalites. There's 4 units that you got rid of. Not bad.
Not bad.
Okay, so now in combat, you are charging the Nurglings into Urien. He just has 1 wound left because my Talos did explode and do mortal wounds to everybody. So there was a mortal wound in that unit as well. There's a mortal wound in this unit. He's wounded over here. Each of these took 1, and I killed 1 of the
Typhus electrocuted himself.
He did. Typhus did more damage to himself than I've done to him. By trying psychic powers, and Urien was like, no psychic powers here. This is a fair fight. What are you talking about? So with that, let's do some fighting. Well. Nurglings did take down Urien, so that will give you your assassination point. You did put some wounds on that Kronos and put some wounds on the Talos. But the Talos are now hitting on 6s because of the bubble that the Nurglings give. It's a 6-inch bubble with -1 to hit in combat, which stacks very, very nicely with the -1 weapon skill, making them hit on 6s, which is kind of awesome. Now, does Urien Rakath come back to life? He does. At full health. Whoop! Not in engagement range. He's ready to fight again! I'm coming to get you. So let's go to the scoreboard and see where you scored. A 5 and a 5. That's a 10 points.
Good turn.
Very nicely done. 24 on secondaries. You're really keeping up the pace with the Dark Eldar on secondaries. However, Defend Stronghold does bring me up to 22 as we move into the 4th turn. Ooh, this is definitely... It's been a fun game so far. I hope you're enjoying it. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Let us know what your favorite sort of like part of the game is. So we're going to turn number 4. I get a command point. You get a command point. I do, however, now hold 3 objectives in No Man's Land, bringing me up to 30 primary points. Nice. And then in terms of scars, I get my Mandarys go up into the zone, of course, deploy Teleport Homer, and kill stuff on objectives. Nice.
Oh, no.
Let's do this. End of the movement phase. So I've essentially put as much as I can in range of this. Then I'm going to fold this guy back at the end to get within range. Actually, he's going to not go that far. He's going to stay like back here. He's essentially going to move block them so they don't go anywhere. they can come in here, but they can't go past him. They can't attack over here. And keeps my objectives relatively safe. Everything else is going to stay there. Orin's going to stay. He's going to jump in. Cabalites. I have to kill stuff on objectives. That's 2 different things on objectives here. And then I could potentially grenade Typhus or shoot him as well and kill him too. But I'm also move blocking these guys back here. This little Cabalite squad that got out of this Venom. And then I'm just, let's see what happens. It'll be a fun time. Oh, and then my deploy tablet homers. Boop, boop, boop. And the lone guy is just going to shoot them.
He's going to win the game.
He's going to win me the game. I know that. End of the combat phase. What a mess. Well, first of all, I killed all of that stuff. I don't know if I did a recap at the end of the shooting phase, but I did shoot a bunch of stuff. I put 3 damage on him again from 1 haywire. Then Urian charged in, took 3 damage, but then did poke the biologist to death. So that was really cool. No more lethal hits. That combo is actually really nice. Keeps me in firm control of that objective, however. I did lose another Talos. And then these mandrakes made a charge of these Nurglings to hold them up in combat so they can't like do actions or whatever while they're in combat. These mandrakes are here. Move them back. Press buttons. Okay, let's go to the scoreboard. That's the end of my turn 4. End of the scoreboard, I do get 5 for the deploy tablet homer, and I killed a lot of units that were on objectives. Yep. So that does bring me up to 32 secondary points. There you go. So with that, we go into your turn number 4. You get a command point. I get a command point. You do hold 1 objective, bringing up to 15 here on turn 4, and you gain 2 more cards, which will be, drumroll.
They are behind
Cleanse. Okay, do an action on objectives in No Man's Land, which is possible. You've got Nurglings sitting around, and your Nurglings are also sitting around. There you go. Nice.
All right, so game plan is these Nurglings can't die.
That makes sense.
I can't fall back. No, I can. I can fall back. I'll just fall back.
Yeah.
So they're going to fall back.
They don't want to get okay. They don't want to get fought.
Yeah, no.
Nice.
These Nurglings are going to move up here and cleanse.
Very cool.
And I can probably cleanse with. I'll jump these guys out of the line.
You can use the Nurglings to
double cleanse.
Both.
All right, they're going to
double.
As
long as you hold both at the end, you just get it for each objective you control. So they can cleanse on 2. If you hold this at the end, then you will get that as well. So you have to control it when the action is completed. So they'll cleanse this one, and then if you hold that one, they can.
I see. So I'm going to also jump these guys out, and just in case, I'm going to cleanse that.
You've got a couple of battle shock tests for you. On that, we'll come back at the end of the movement phase and show you what's up. End of the movement phase. Okay, what's your thought process here?
My thought process is I'm going to try to clear as much I can off the middle. Your hardest units, I'm grinding you down. So I think I'll be able to get over it. Maybe not in time, but I'm going to be able to get over it. I have to clear these guys here. I'll put this guy over here, the Predator, clear off this unit. They're annoying. If I can kill all of them, great. If not, we'll see. Yep. Because they'll be able to do stuff.
Battle shock. So no healing him again.
No healing. I'm going to save my CP for something else.
Nice. I love it. Getting rid of the biologist is actually a big deal. Just because now they're only critting on 5s.
6s.
Now they're only critting on 6s instead of 5s. Which does mean that, like, okay. So the -1 to wound from, like, is actually going to be coming in handy. You still fight first because of him. And, And then I still have, like, only hit on 6s because of Nurglings. So, yeah, we'll see. Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's do some shooting. End of the shooting phase. Things happened. As you can see. It was a lot more effective than you thought.
Talos and Squad of Cabalites.
Yeah, that land raid was like, hold my beer! All dead. And then you killed a couple of Cabalites here, and then you killed a couple of Cabalites back here with the Predator. That does bring us to the charge phase. You have begun cleansing, because now you hold that objective, basically. Yes. So you're going to be getting the 2. They have not cleansed. They could charge if they so wish.
They're going to.
I love it. So we'll come back after the turn. You did kill Urian. That's what 5 Power Fists will do sometimes. I only failed by 1. Like, you could have lived.
Yeah, you could have.
You did almost kill that whole unit. However, you will get your cleanse for 5, and you will get 1 behind enemy line. So let's go to the scoreboard. And as we end, or get close to the end of the game, behind enemy lines and cleanse is 8 points. That does bring you up to 32, which ties it up with me. Literally, just toe for toe, tit for tat. It's the primary where
still behind by 15.
It's the primary where it's definitely going to have a matter. So as we go into battle round number 5, I get a command point. You get a command point. I do hold 3 objectives, which will give me a tasty 15 at the end for 45, which you should be able to match. I don't think you'll be able to. I don't think that'll matter there. I will get extend battle lines. My mandrakes are going up into the sky and behind enemy lines. Yeah, go Cavalites, go. Okay, right. Awesome. So with that, I should be able to max that out. And let's see. Let's just go kill some stuff. I do owe you some battle shocks. So battle shock on this unit of Scourge. They are not. Battle shock on the lone guy. He is. Oh no, he can't score me behind enemy lines now. Sadly, I'm gonna have to put another unit back there. I do owe you battle shock on him. He's fine though, so he might actually do the second. He might be behind enemy lines. You just scoot this way with that. I love it. And then I'm just gonna get up here, try and murder as much as I can. Let's go for it. End of the moon phase. I've moved everything up. I'm just gonna shoot the big unit. Maybe I can kill it. We'll see what happens. That's just me, reckless abandon, kill the Nurgle.
Don't kill Nurgle.
Yeah, this guy was able to hop back here and them for behind enemy lines for 5 points. And extend battle lines will give me, I already, sticky. Cavalry warriors are great for that. I know that's just going to happen. Okay, let's shoot some stuff. Yeah, murder. Okay, end of the shooting phase. I did some work on them. Didn't shoot anything else. I killed them. Sure. Now we're going to do some charges. I have a single pain token, and it will go on the Venom. All right. Cheeky tank shock, guys, go! He's gonna try and make it. Okay, this is gonna be the best part of the whole game. Watch. Okay, he makes the charge. Okay. Now I spend my 1 command point.
Yeah.
He's only strength 5.
Okay.
He has done this before against Lehman Russ. He killed a Lehman Russ that had 4 wounds left with 5s.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Let's go, Venom! Oh, 2.
Pretty good.
He's down to 2 remaining. And then the Kronos is going to jump in to the Plague Marine squad. He goes 8. So she's just going to go around this way. And then I'm going to try and charge with these just to tag you so that you can't overwatch. And then we're just going to charge you with the Mandrakes, see if they make. End of my turn, I charged in. I didn't kill the 2 that were left. I did put 1 wound on him. Nurglings are still fighting there. That was
that's a
Nurgling. Okay. I didn't do no damage there. Let's go to the scoreboard. So at the end of the game, I will get my extend battle lines and behind enemy lines for a grand total of 40 secondary points, which just rounds up my total score at a grand 95 with 10 points for paint. At the end of yours, you get a CP, I get a CP, and what are your last 2 cards? Extend battle lines and kill everything that I have wholly within 6 inches of the center of the table.
All right.
You must kill the Mandrakes and have one of your units wholly within 6 to get area denial. Other than that, you owe me some battle shock tests on pretty much your entire army. That's been the most reliable use of pain tokens. That and my Kronos has just given me so many back this game. We'll come back and then we'll round up the game. And that's it, end of the turn. This land raider had to advance to get 5 OC onto that objective.
Yep.
Because they don't lose OC, right?
They do not lose
okay.
OC.
So 5 OC here, because you did spend your 1 command point to automatically Insane Bravery him. Very smart place. You hold that objective. That one has been stickied the whole time.
Sticky, yep.
And you actually hold both of them with this Land Raider. Yep. And then over here, you hold that one, 5 OC. You also get your Area Denial and your Extend Battle Lines. Awesome. So at the end of the game, you will get your 10 points, which will bring you up to 40 points on secondaries. So we were very, very just high scoring on the secondaries. You will get your hold all of these for, it is, right? Yeah, 15 points per turn. So it'd be 30. Yeah, 30. So it is a 15-point game. So 95 to 80. And I'm still fiddling around with this right here. There we go. I'll find it eventually. Hold on a second. There we go. Found it. Look at it. There it is. There we go. 85 to 95. Oh, 80 to 95. Great game. And that is game. Thanks a lot for coming down.
Thanks for having me.
That was really fun. So any sort of like, what was your favorite part of the game? Like the point that you're going to be like, ooh, that was like the thing I'll remember.
The scrim in the middle was really, really good, really tough. Sort of defining point for me because, jammed up a lot of my stuff. So I couldn't sort of place objectives. So it's going to be the scrim in the middle. Yeah, that was really crazy. When you're Power Fist, like as soon as those Nurglings got in with a little aura and I was hitting on 6s, I was like, ugh. I'm going to remember that. It's mean. Silly little Nurglings. They don't do anything except make everything around them better. Yep.
combined with a -1 weapon skill and -1 ballista skill.
It's so
Very good.
annoying to play against.
Yeah. I really liked it. You know what? I had tons of units. I had tons of units at the end of the game. It was a great game, very close at the end there. And yeah, really had fun. Thanks a lot for coming down for that.
Thanks.
I'm excited for the next chapter, though. Next
Yes.
time you come down, we'll play some.
The old world.
Yeah, hopefully. That'll be really cool.
Yeah.
We looking forward. There was like a Bretonian thing that came out today. We're really excited. We're talking about square-based
Square based.
all the time. #square-based.
Best type of base.
That's right. On that, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for leaving. Thanks a lot for leaving a comment, liking the video. That goes a long way. And a huge shout out to the channel Patreons. Thanks so much. Without you, this isn't possible. So if you'd like to support the channel, the link is in the description down below. After all, I've been Skari. This has been Zach. Sign off until next time. The Dark Kin. Silly, smelly Nurgle. Bye.